Good evening, Tallahassee, and happy Tuesday. And more importantly, happy fall as we get into those fall conditions later this week once that rain comes in. But currently 83 degrees, we are partly cloudy. Not too much wind, only coming out from the south at 5 miles per hour. We have some clouds behind me. Current temperatures for the region, we are looking slightly summer-like, 83 here in Tallahassee. The coolest we will get on this map is down by the coast with that relief from the sea and from the bay in Apalachicola at 75 degrees. Current dew points, though, we do have that high pressure system, so we do have really dry dew points, 48 here in Tallahassee. Luckily for us, no rain currently, but do stay tuned for the rest of the show as we give you the forecast for the next couple days where we will see quite a lot of rain. Our headlines for tonight, happy Fat Bear Tuesday, it's the final today. Rain, as I said, coming into the near future, and the drought in the south persists. Will they see any rain? All that and more on FSU Weather.
Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Jackson Ezel.
And I'm student meteorologist Nico Sapienza. We have an interesting show tonight with some potentially impactful weather coming in this week.
Yeah, we do. We got some interesting stuff going on in the Gulf of Mexico right now, and also got some drought going on in the Southwest. They could definitely use some of that rain that's coming in through the Gulf. We'll see what happens with that later.
Yeah, definitely. They could definitely take some of our rain, but it is going to be beneficial to us considering we haven't seen very much rainfall in the past month or so over here either.
Yeah, and we haven't seen much rain. It would be good for us and our fire hazards as well. And now we're going to pass things over to the wall with Genevieve.
Thank you, Jackson and Nico. That was a little bit of a quick desk, but we're back at the wall with me. I hope you don't mind seeing me for this long. 83 degrees here in Tallahassee. Lots of clouds covering, but honestly, I kind of like that. I feel like it looks pretty nice with the sun coming out just over Doak Campbell Stadium, where we will be seeing another win. Yes, another one out of Doak Campbell Stadium this Saturday. Partly cloudy currently, though I would say mostly cloudy. Sometimes our data does not come through all the way. Tallahassee, we are looking very nice in terms of precipitation, some ground scatter on the radars, so nothing to worry about for today. But notice that is for today because the rest of this week is not the same story. Current temperatures, we are in that orangey color, so we're getting closer to the reds as we go into fall, which is not perfect for the beautiful autumn weather we all expect. It's kind of nice and orange, like a pumpkin patch that I hopefully would like to attend this weekend in Bainbridge, Georgia. I know that's a big pumpkin patch, corn maze, so try to head on out there if you can. 75 down by the coast in Apalachicola. That's a little better than the 83 here in Tallahassee. Luckily, we're not 93 that we saw in 2009. We had a high of 86 today and a low of 46. I know myself, as I got out to my advising meeting at 8:30 this morning, I was quite chilly. Luckily, I had that jacket, so keep that jacket on you going into the next few days, and especially onto Sunday and the weekend. Current dew points, like I said earlier, we have that high pressure system draped along the southeast and really just through us here, so giving us those nice conditions, but also those really dry dew points. 48 here in Tallahassee, down by the coast, little more muggy, 54-degree dew point. For the future radar, we'll see those clouds shuffle on through, but it's the rain that is to come. Whoa, look at all that rain. So please have your umbrella. Please stay inside if you can. Don't mind the day of the week there. That is incorrect, but look forward into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning to carry that umbrella with you as these showers pass through. Tonight, it'll be pretty nice, 61 degrees, mostly cloudy. Carry a jacket if you do get a little colder. Try to head out to dinner if you can on this beautiful Fat Bear Tuesday. Tonight's forecast, 65-degree low. Down by the coast, Apalachicola, 67 degrees up in Thomasville. A really nice 61, similar to us here. Tomorrow, though, expect rain at 73 degrees and into the mid-70s for the whole region, and you'll see that rain start to creep up tomorrow and into the rest of the week, which not looking forward to. But Nico, the rest of Florida, how are we looking?
Thank you, Genevieve. Yeah, much of Florida is going to be dealing with the same system. You can already see if you're in Panama City Beach, you're dealing with the clouds ahead of the system already. Tampa's starting to get clouds now too. It didn't look too bad when I looked at my graphics earlier, so they're just rolling in. Orlando, you can see some high clouds as well. And Miami, you're dealing with a little bit less cloudiness, but you can still see it's pretty cloudy there too. Current temperatures around the area, we're at 81 here in Tallahassee on our warmest day of the week. The further south you go in Florida, as expected, it's going to be warmer, 85 degrees in Key West, 86 in Miami. So you're dealing with temperatures not too far off from 90, and up in Pensacola, it's only at 77. But taking a look at our next 3 days around the state, we're going to be dealing with interesting weather with thunderstorms expected across much of the state the next 3 days. Miami, your wettest day is expected to be tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday look hot and summer-like with showers and storms possible. As we go up to Tampa, Wednesday, Thursday look very wet in Tampa, 80% on Wednesday, 90% on Thursday. Some of these storms could be strong to severe, so definitely be paying attention to that. Friday has a little bit less chance of rain, but you still want to keep an eye to the sky if you have any outdoor plans. As for Orlando, Orlando looks bad all of the next 3 days, so if you have any outdoor plans, if you're going to the theme parks, if you're going to be out and about, definitely make sure to keep an eye to the sky all 3 of the next 3 days. There's not really a great day to pick to be outside of any of these. Jacksonville, your wettest day is going to be Thursday. You're going to be a little bit cooler, but it's still going to storm the next 3 days. High chance of rain tomorrow, highest on Thursday, and then Friday has a pretty good chance of showers and storms as well. So another place to keep an eye to the sky. Pensacola, you do have one day that looks like it'll be nice on Thursday. So if you want to go out on Thursday, that's a good day to do so. Wednesday looks like it could be a washout. Taking a look at our radar across the state, you're already seeing a few light showers out in the Gulf of Mexico. You see some light showers way in the Gulf of Mexico as well. This is going to get much heavier as we head into tomorrow. Around South Florida right now, you're just dealing with some clouds and not really much in the way of precipitation. Same thing in Central Florida. You're not really dealing with any precipitation, just some higher level clouds in Central Florida. A nice evening to be out and about. Up here in North Florida, you're dealing with pretty much high clouds as well. We're not seeing any rain showers on land yet. But our feature radars where you can really see everything coming together. You're seeing heavy rain as we head into Wednesday and Thursday for much of the state. Thursday evening could be dry for much of the northern and central parts of the state, but it's going to be pretty wet for the next couple days. And tonight and tomorrow, you're seeing these temperatures. It's warm south of the warm front, cooler up here, but it's going to be wet everywhere. But now I'm going to pass things back off to Genevieve.
Thank you, Nico. Yeah, I really like what you just said. Keep an eye to the sky, especially if you are in Tampa and around that area, which I know is pretty highly populated for Florida. Please keep an eye to the sky and keep your umbrella and try to stay home if possible. But for the rest of the southeast, Charlotte, North Carolina, looking really beautiful. I see that little bit of fall foliage with the trees turning just a little bit red, something I always love to see on our WeatherSem cameras. Nashville, looking dark. I'm not sure what's up with that camera. I can't say the sun has set there, but something is definitely up with the camera. Tampa, Florida, as well as New Orleans, Louisiana, looking beautiful with the beautiful cityscape in front. For our surface map for the southeast, we have that high pressure that I was talking about draped over really into the Tallahassee region and into the Panhandle. And then above us, we have that low pressure system draped over into Tennessee and Arkansas. And then those little bit of showers, those evening showers that South Florida normally sees, and really going into the islands in the Caribbean down there, that low pressure system draped down there. So really a good amount of weather happening in the southeast, though here in Tallahassee, we wouldn't exactly know because it is beautiful weather today, at least to my personal belief. Current temperature is 81 here in Tallahassee. Beautiful. That all depends on you. That is very warm for October, but we will be seeing those fall conditions, I promise. I feel like I've been saying that so much, but they will come. We just have to be patient. The southeast looking quite red on our temperature map, which means it's really quite warm, maybe a little unseasonably warm. And as well, we are not getting too much relief in terms of wind. 5 miles per hour from the south in Tallahassee, and looking pretty much the same for the rest all along the bay over there. Really not ideal conditions, but if you like summer, I hope you like today and the days to come. We will be looking at those temperatures, and overlaid is that rain to come, so really keep that umbrella handy for the rest of this week, as well as if you are in Tampa, I really emphasize to try to stay home, because there is a possibility for a marginal risk of severe weather going into tomorrow. Our muggy cast, so really quite humid, 76-degree dew point down in Miami, my hometown. So really quite muggy, and some really nice forecasts. Going into Charlotte, that's a really nice one. Nashville, though, looking also really nice. And then the further you go down, like I said, into Tampa, we are seeing a good amount of rain. New Orleans, tomorrow, I am so sorry, you will see rain. But Jackson, our favorite topic, isn't it? The national parks.
Yes, it is our national parks segment, our favorite segment here on the Tuesday show. And actually, we're going to take a trip over to the Appalachians and go look at the Great Smoky Mountains. Here's just some fun facts of the Great Smoky Mountains. It is actually the salamander capital of the world. It is home to almost 30 different species of salamanders. Fall is the most popular visitation time in the park because of the changing leaves. It is also one of the most visited parks in North America. It has almost 10 million visitors a year. And then the last topic contains 70 miles of Appalachian Trail. So there's a lot of stuff going on in Smoky Mountains National Park. Today, if you're out on the trail and there's someone out hiking, we had high today of 72, very close to our average. And then our lows tonight will be down to 49s. Thankfully, nowhere near to those 30s back in 2000. But if you like the cold weather, I mean, if you're in the mountains, you got to like the cold weather. So taking a look at current conditions right now over in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. You can see one of the salamanders right behind me. I think they look like tiny dinosaurs, but the thing is, they look pretty cool. It's 55 there right now in Gatlinburg, mostly cloudy, not really much going on. Taking a look in the regions where the Great Smoky Mountains covered down here in Silva, 67 and cloudy. Gatlinburg, 71, and then Waynesville, 65. And Knoxville, where University of Tennessee is, 74. Pretty nice conditions all around the region. Taking a look at those dew points, we got some pretty dry temperatures going on right now here in Silva. Pretty much 40s and 50s for the dew points. So it feels really nice out there. Definitely starting to feel like fall for some of these areas. And now we don't really have much rain or going on in the region. We could see a cloud or two. I mean, it is the Great Smoky Mountains for a reason, right? So you definitely get some fog in the morning. And then, as we can see, coming into our week ahead and Wednesday and Thursday, we got a lot of cloud coverage. It's mainly due to a lot of systems that are moving in the southeast in the Gulf as well. And taking a look at our 4-day forecast as a week ahead, you can see a little bear right there behind us. And actually, we're going to talk about some of those bears here in a moment. But you got 75 on Friday and 71 on Saturday. It's going to be a pretty nice week going forward. So now we're going to take it over to the desk. So Genevieve and Nico, tell us a little more about bears.
Yes, thank you, Jackson. We're actually going to be talking about today is Fat Bear Tuesday. It's going to be an interesting day in the national park world we're going to want to talk about.
Absolutely. We have two brown bears going head to head. So we have Chunk and we have Grazer. Now, who are you voting for, Nico?
Either one. I'd be fine with either one.
I'm
bad at those decisions.
I really like that answer personally because I see in the latest rankings that Chunk is sadly very far behind Grazer. And you know what? In my opinion, Grazer is a female and Chunk is a male. And in my opinion, I feel like there are some differences we need to weigh in on. What do you think, Nico?
Yes, definitely. We have to look at both of the bears. I know we're trying to wait on getting a graphic up. But
yes.
Definitely, both of them are really cute bears. I did see the graphic earlier.
Yes, yes. And the reason that we're celebrating Fat Bear Week, and today is the final, so please go and vote if you can. The reason we're celebrating it is because these brown bears are going into hibernation. Winter is coming, so between July through the end of September, really, they fish for as much salmon and other fish that they can to really pack it in before winter comes, and they are out of commission for many months.
Yeah, definitely, because they're going to be in some of these really cold climates up in the north, and it's going to be dark and snowy and really cold all winter, and they have to deal with these hibernation conditions all the way till March, pretty much.
Yeah, and though we really discuss weather quite a bit, there's things we can't look past, such as the animals that live in these places, such as Alaska, where all these bears are found, the ones that are competing in this amazing competition. So we talk about the weather, but we must talk about the bears.
Yeah, we definitely do. The weather's going to affect them too, so
Yeah.
that definitely does play into each other.
Of course. But for now, we'll go back into weather with the tropics with Jackson at the wall.
Thank you, Genevieve. Personally, I have to say, I am a team Grazer. She's got a pretty good lead right now on Chunk, so we'll see at the end of the day who wins that. Taking a look at the tropics right now, we got a couple areas of development, mainly right here in the Gulf got one, and then over here, far off of the coast of Africa, down in the Atlantic Ocean, got some potential for some tropical development. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on with that. The formation, so taking a look at the one over near Africa, the Formation Probability National Hurricane Center has a 80% chance of a formation within 2 days and 80% chance as well for the next 7 days of something to form out of this. So we're not really sure what's going to happen with it. We'll keep an eye on it. Taking a look at some of the spaghetti models, where they think the storm's going to go. Just kind of follow up into the northwest of the Atlantic and getting closer to Hispaniola and the islands down there in the Caribbean. So taking a look at the formation, the low pressure system that's right now in the Gulf. As you can see right here, we have hurricane. I forget what the name is exactly, but it's right now it's supposed to make a landfall in Mexico as a Category 4. So that's really going to help fuel this area of development for us, and we're going to see some impacts, especially in the north bend of Florida in our area and along the southeast. And taking a look at the spaghetti models as well, a lot of them have it going in. It's not going to be some big we don't think it's going to be some big tropical cyclone. It's really just going to be some low pressure system that's really going to bring some heavy rain into the Big Bend area of Florida and Alabama and Mississippi as well, down on the coast, which I know, especially us here in Tallahassee, we need some of that rain for the drought. And as we've been talking all year, the sea surface temperatures are still really warm right now, especially in the Caribbean. Most of them are over 80 degrees, so it's pretty warm out there. And then, so we made it. So far this hurricane season, we've had some pretty good storms coming out there. We just had Rena, so if this thing does turn into a tropical storm of some sorts, it would be Tropical Storm Sean. And as we have the hurricane season coming to a close, coming to a kneel, the Miami Hurricanes down could use some tips on that. We're going to pass things over to Nico.
Yeah, they did. I saw the highlights for that. They could definitely use that. But whether we're dealing with Tropical Storm Sean or not coming in the next couple days, we're still going to have the same impacts pretty much anyway. But as you're looking around much of the areas, you see New Orleans camera does not appear to be working, or it's pointed at the flooded grounds. But out in Gulf County, you're dealing with some clouds. Perdido Key, there's New Orleans camera. It's cloudy there too. I figured it would be. And then Valdosta, you're dealing with some partly cloudy conditions. The system has not sent its clouds to you. But the main thing we have to talk about with this system, flash flooding. We have a slight risk of flash flooding clipping us here in Tallahassee, all the way to Pensacola, right along the coast. That's going to be your main area for flooding, but even up all the way past Albany, Georgia, all the way to Jacksonville for tomorrow, we are going to have a risk of flash flooding. We're also going to have a threat of severe weather. If you know anyone south of Gainesville through the Tampa Bay area, this is where your highest threat of tornadoes is going to be as we head into tomorrow night, and it looks like a nocturnal threat, which is not good because you can't see it, so definitely make sure to keep your weather alerts on your phone. Anywhere south of Tallahassee even, we are in a marginal risk here in Tallahassee, so if the warm front goes any further north than we expect it to, we're going to have a threat of tornadoes here. We're also looking at a threat of large hail, high winds, and flooding. I think the flooding threat may be even higher than this. The tornado threat may also be a little bit higher with this low pressure, depending on how it sets up. So definitely pay attention to the SPC, see if any of these areas get upgraded tomorrow or not, but whether it does or not, pay attention. You don't want to get hit by a tornado at night and not be aware of what's going on. Here you have your setup, you have your low pressure coming out of the Gulf. It's going to come up here towards the Panhandle. Anything south of the warm front, you'll be in what's called the warm sector, and that's where it's going to be favorable for the conditions with severe weather over the next couple days. And you can see it lift northward just to about Tallahassee. This is this evening, so we're already getting close to it. You can see even on the dew points later that we do have humider air getting into our southern counties. You can start to see some showers way south of Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi. Nothing here in Tallahassee, nothing is expected here in Tallahassee tonight. So tonight's your night to get out and do stuff this week, because looking at our future radar, you can see just clouds for tonight. You're not going to feel any impacts tonight, but as you head into tomorrow, the rain gets heavier and heavier, and especially if you live south of town, you're dealing with extremely heavy rain. Look at how heavy the rain is near Ocala tomorrow. You're getting flash flooding if you get these training bands of storms, and this is early tomorrow morning at about 8:30 in the morning. And you're talking about rainfall forecast of 1.5 to 2.5 inches anywhere between Tallahassee and Crystal River. So that can do some damage, that can do some flooding. Your main things you want to do, you want to get to higher ground, don't drive into standing water, and make sure to stay informed, as we do have flooding being our main threat. Now I'm going to pass things off to Jackson.
Thank you so much, Nico. Yeah, we're actually going to do a whole 180 from flooding and take a look at some of the droughts that's going on in the Southwest right now, especially in Texas. There's a lot of severe droughts going on. There it is, down here in Houston and Dallas, Texas. We see this is our drought monitor. We're taking a look at the Southwest. Here, New Orleans, all those farmers and everyone's really in the region. They just don't have enough rain going on. So unfortunately, we don't think this low pressure system will bring enough rain to really help out these regions, but we'll have to keep an eye out on it for it. Taking a look at some temperatures in the region: 84 in El Paso, Amarillo, 79, 74 in New Orleans, 71 in Corpus Christi. So it's still pretty warm, still a little muggy out there as well, especially as you get closer to the coast. But as you go into really the North Texas and Amarillo and Santa Fe, very dry conditions, especially what you're used to seeing pretty much for this time of year, especially in Santa Fe and Arizona and New Mexico. You're used to this dry weather. That's something I would not expect to see here in Tallahassee. So very glad we're a little bit moist here. As you can see, we got some rain that's really going to help South Texas, but we're really just seeing some clouds going on right now over in Dallas and Houston. And so hopefully some of this rain from the storm will help fuel, bring some more rain into the area. And I'm going to pass things off to Genevieve.
Thank you, Jackson. JPE, as I'd like to say, Jackson Paul Lazelle, fellow student meteorologist, though I'm student environmental scientist, so there is a difference. But that dry conditions that we're seeing, we're going to be looking at continuing through that drought, so hopefully that rain will help out the drought, and please stay vigilant in case you are in those areas. But let's take it to the lifestyle back home. FSU Sportsplex, a nice night to get out and play those IM games, because we will not be seeing this lack of rain for the days to come. St. George, you had that nice little pink sunset, so beautiful. If you do have a flight heading out tonight, though, be careful, because Tallahassee International TSA does close at, I believe, either 8:30 or 9, so you should be on your way very soon. I have a lot of personal experiences with that. But a green plane, which means you're good to go, no delays, and that holds true for really the big airports in the rest of the country, so today is a great day to fly. Today is also a great day for those who have allergies, because the ratings are quite low for grass and trees, which I know is a real trigger for a lot of people, and they have to take their allergy medicine before they head on their walk. They're going through Legacy Walk, and the pollen is just clogging them. Luckily, today was a good day for you guys. Also, a good day for the dogs is tomorrow, so feel free, before that rain comes in, tomorrow morning, 63 degrees at 7 a.m. I don't know how early of a riser you are, but lower into the middle 60s through the morning time is really a great time, and I'm sure your dog or cat or reptile or anything would love to get a little bit of fresh air at that time. Stargazing, another little activity to get some fresh air. Unfortunately, tonight we do have those clouds, so it is fair conditions. Soccer, our amazing FSU women's soccer team will be having a game versus Notre Dame on Thursday. We are ranked number 2. It will be 72 and partly cloudy, so I know that we will be getting a win. I'm putting that energy out there because we are just incredible. As per the FSU women's volleyball team, I could say the same thing. Friday, they have a game in Atlanta, Georgia. A little cooler at 7 p.m., 66 degrees. Really nice conditions to head on over. And the most important forecast is the 75 degrees and mostly sunny for this Saturday's game against Syracuse. I know I got my tickets just before the show, emailed to me, so really a beautiful game is what it will be. Also, go down to Crawfordville at Wakulla for 80 degrees, opening of this beautiful park, and check out that beach. 72 degrees, mostly sunny currently. Now, Nico, let's head to our local conditions here in Tallahassee.
Yes, definitely. We're going to be dealing with, first to start off, we're dealing with some storms over the next few days here in Tallahassee. So Saturday, actually, for the game, tailgating may be a problem, but by the time the game gets off, we should be fine. But taking a look at your local forecast, you're seeing clouds quickly moving into the area at Doak Campbell Stadium. We're down to 83. We're still pretty warm today, but our wind is now out of the south. So we're getting closer to the sea breeze, getting closer to that warm front, and you're seeing this with the clouds coming through as well. So that's definitely something we're going to be watching this evening, but we are going to at least not have to deal with any rain. The only things you see here is a couple specks of ground clutter, which is going to be stuff like bugs and birds. It's not going to be any way in precipitation. All of that is still offshore in the Gulf of Mexico. Currently, we're looking at temperatures cooler along the coast because our sea breeze has pushed in, but it is humider, so it's going to feel pretty warm. 83 degrees though in Tallahassee, 75 along the coast, a little bit cooler inland too because it's further north. And then we're dealing with 81 degrees where they likely have some less clouds right now from the system. Looking at your current dew points, you can see what really tells the story right now. Our drier dew points at 48, 54. Down here, you can't really see it on this map, but the dew points in South Florida right now are dark green. It's very warm and humid, and that air mass is only going to move towards us out of the southwest. But as you can look through tonight, nothing in the way of rain, just some clouds. But by noon tomorrow, we're starting to get showers. By later tomorrow, looking into tomorrow evening around this time, we're going to be dealing with light to moderate rain, so definitely pack an umbrella if you have any outdoor plans tomorrow evening, because we will be dealing with some rain at this time tomorrow. But tonight, 61 degrees, calm winds, mostly cloudy. We have one more nice night to get out and about before we have to deal with this system. Area-wide, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-60s tonight. 65 here in Tallahassee, 67 along the coast. Our cool spot is Thomasville at 61. Everyone's going to have clouds, so you're not going to be able to see the stars tonight, but you are going to be able to at least stay dry until tomorrow afternoon. So if you do need to do stuff tomorrow that you need to not be rained on for, get it done in the morning because it's going to start to get rainy, it's going to start to get breezy the later in the day that you head, and it's not going to be very nice weather to be outside. And looking area-wide, it's 73 in Tallahassee. The temperatures are pretty much in the low to mid-70s area-wide, but the main story, it's raining everywhere. You're dealing with rain all the way from Monticello to Apalachicola to Bainbridge. Everyone has rain. Valdosta even, you could see the sun peeking out a little bit earlier, but you're going to be dealing with rain as you head later in the day as well. And as we look at our week ahead, storms continue into Friday and Saturday, but hopefully should be out before the game. The cold front comes through, and then we cool off, and we're back in the 40s by Monday night. Now I'm going to pass things off to the closing desk with Genevieve and Jackson.
Yeah, thank you, Nico. So as you pointed out, if you do have plans, try to get that in today because the date is 10/10. It's October 10th. And what kind of weather have we had today? 10 out of 10 weather. Will that hold true, Jackson?
It will not hold true, unfortunately, and it's for people like me who have a moped and other people walking on campus. You definitely going to be careful about that, walking around with all this rain.
Yeah, Jackson on the moped. That's something to think about. But Jackson on the moped in the rain?
Oh man.
Oh,
That's
that's
scary stuff.
that is with these Tallahassee drivers too. I mean, but. Please follow us on Twitter to stay updated. Also, tweet us your favorite bear
And like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/FSU weather.
for all the latest updates. And hopefully you're watching us live on YouTube and you can watch our beautiful faces every other day of the week.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at FSU weather and, DM us pictures like she was saying. Genevieve was saying, send us your favorite bear, please.
Do you like Grazer? Do you like Chunk? Which one? Apparently he likes Grazer, but I'm a Chunk girl. Root for the underdog, always.
There you go. Well, Chummy Chunk does have a 70,000.
Oh,
favorite vote.
well,
But we'll see what ends up happening.
We'll see. We'll keep you guys updated. But hopefully you guys keep that umbrella on you for the rest of this week.
Yep, and make sure, and we're just going to take one more look at Doak Campbell Stadium, and where hopefully the Seminoles will be beating the Big Orange this Saturday.
Where we will be beating them. I'm student meteorologist Genevieve Rejack.
And I'm student meteorologist Jackson Izzo. Have a nice night.